Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at luxury cars you can get for under 10 grand. A bit of a different one. I'm just going to sort of run through AutoTrader, see what the AutoTrader gods spit out, and yeah, hopefully we find some little gems along the way. So let's get into it. So, got the AutoTrader website open. That's definitely my postcode, so we've got that there. National, yeah, we'll just stick with national. I'm not bothered about the general range. Not going to be actually probably getting this car, but you never know. Max price 10 grand. So let's click through here and then we'll filter down the options a bit more. So yeah, I think let's cap it at about, I think let's start from 2000. If you're going to be daily in these, you don't want anything too old, but look, each to their own. Mileage, I'm a big believer that, you can get a lot of miles out of a car these days. But again, let's just keep it around 100k, just so you're not entering the massively high mileage territory. Again, if this is going to be a daily, or it might just be a bit of fun. So who knows? Gearbox, that's fine. Fuel type, let's just get rid of any EVs and stuff like that. So petrol, diesel. Don't think there's anything else there. We'll leave the hybrids out. Natural gas. I kind of want to know what that is. Sorry, it's only one of them. Hyundai Tucson, an LPG conversion. Well, the more you know. So we got our fuel type sorted. Engine size, I think let's go for a minimum of 3 litre. I think most luxury cars will have that covered. And also, you want to have a bit of fun, don't you? Fuel consumption, not bothered. Tax is a tricky one. You can get good tax from 2005 and under. It's not going to be too high, sort of around the 2008 times, financial crisis times. Ironically, the tax is going to be really high, but you do get a lot of decent luxury cars around that period, so we'll just keep it as any. Insurance group, not bothered. Private sellers, not too bothered about that. Previously written off, exclude those. Not interested about your Cat Cs and Cat S and whatever. Northern Ireland, nope. Cool. So I think those parameters are fairly decent. By the way, apologies. I always use the actual AutoTrader app on my iPhone. So if I'm a bit slow trying to find certain options, don't hate me in the comments. Anyway, let's get cracking. So Alfa Romeo, no. Audi, yeah, go on then. Let's see if we can get an A8 or a decent one. I know you can definitely get one. I always like to sort by newest. We can filter out the rest for the mileage later. First up, so yeah, 3 litre TDI, Audi A8. I want to kind of see if I can tweak the trim levels a little bit. What have we got here? Sport Executive SE. Ooh. Now we're talking. 4.2 litre V8s. Lovely stuff. That's advert. Thanks AutoTrader. If I'm looking at 9 grand cars, I'm definitely looking at 27 grand ones. Let's have a look at this one. 86,000 miles. Which one should we go for? 6 owners. 4 owners, full service history. Let's go with this one. Sounds a little bit better. Oh, hang on, never mind. I've just noticed the wheels. Nope. Pass. Thank you very much. Let's go have a look at this one. I don't like the black wheels on that one either. Right, let's get rid of the V8. Let's just generally look at them. Let's go for mileage now. Part service history. I mean, yeah, if you want to look like Transporter, I think these are pretty decent cars. I feel like tech-wise they're a little bit stingy. I think some of them didn't even have heated seats. Again, apologies if I'm wrong there, but yeah, I feel like the Mercedes and BMW competitors of the age with the 7 Series and the S-Class are probably a bit better. Yeah, let's move on. Anything else in Audi? I mean, we can start looking at the S-Cars, but I feel like we need to just look at purely luxury. So I'll look at the Odd Saloon. I'll look at some 4x4s if they're relevant. I can do videos on all sorts of these. So move on. Bentley. No surprise here. What we got? Flying Spurs. Yep. About 10 grand. 7 owners. I mean, there's a reason it's had that many owners. It's going to cost you a fortune to run. That's cheap. What's wrong with this one? Spares and repairs. Nice. That should definitely probably categorise to something. Let's have a little butchers at this one. 10 grand. I mean, I think you're just asking for trouble with this. Let's have a little butchers. I just don't do it for me, the Flying Spurs. I think the Continental or nothing of this age. It doesn't look in bad nick. I think the front seat's probably got a bit of sag in it, but yeah, just don't bother. Just avoid it. You're asking for trouble. We've got next BMW. Let's have a look at the 7 Series. I feel like the 7 Series, if the one that's, the one that I thought was going to crop up is, I mean, it's a pretty decent all-round car. I think you can get one low mileage. That one's quite highly priced, actually. Fair price. AutoTrader ranks it as. Right, let's go for newest again, just to churn out, well, the newest ones. 730D. Again, let's have a look at the trim level, see if we can tweak it a little bit. M Sport. Yes. This one doesn't look too bad. Sub 90,000 miles. Just literally bang on our budget. Doesn't look like it's been modded in any way, unlike this one here, with its black grille and black wheels. Let's have a butchers at this one. By the way, if any of you are wondering, this is a really good plugin for Chrome. If any of you considering getting it, it's called AT Price Tracker, obviously, but it's the data behind it is so useful. So here it tells you when it was advertised and any changes it's had since it was listed. So as you can see, it was up for just under 11.5k in May this year, and it was reduced and reduced and reduced, and most recently 5th of August is that. So yeah, £1,400 difference. It's a really useful plugin just because if you ever go into dealers and you want to negotiate and they've put the price up again, you can at least say, look, I know you've done that. It was priced at this. Can we do a deal? Or also, look, I know it's been up since February or whenever, and you're trying to get rid of it. What can we do? So anyway, got distracted. Says it's 20,000 miles below average. It's not too many owners given how old it is. 2013. I think that will still be high in tax. Let's have a little butchers for you. No, it's not. That's good. Let's have a look at the photos. Sorry, let's actually look at description. Very nice book. Yep. Anything we should know? Don't think so. So a little butchers. Well, as a daily, it's a solid car, and obviously with the 7 Series being the flagship of the day, it's going to have a lot of tech in it that you'd probably still see in cars now. I do like those interiors. The cream wouldn't be for me, but it looks a little bit classy, that, doesn't it? I feel like the infotainment system doesn't look overly old. I feel like they still did those in like the last gen 4 Series and 3 Series with that. Yeah, not too old at all. The interior looks decent. Yeah, so if you're interested, get cracking at Iconic Motors, give them a buzz. Right. I don't think there's anything else in BMW. Do we look at the 6 Series? No. Let's move on. Cadillac? No. Chrysler? I don't want a 300C. Daimler? Don't bother. Jaguar? I feel like it's always a good option. Have they got any XJs? Ooh. We don't want that one. Why is that 2021? I feel like these are a lot of car for the money, but there's a reason they're probably quite cheap. I think the maintenance on them is going to be pretty hefty. Let's have a little butchers, see what we can get. 8 grand, that's not bad. 100,000 miles. Let's go for low mileage again. Sorry for flicking around all over the place. Oh. No, we don't want that one. Nope. What's this one? Not been able to shift this one, have they? Ooh. Listed for nearly 10.5 in February, and now it's at just under 9. Shall we have a look at that one? That was an advert. No, I've fallen for it. Fallen for the scam. Been scammed. Newest again. Let's just do that. Let's have a look at this one. It says it's a good price. They look very regal. Look at the length of that. Oh, yes. I think from memory the interiors are really nice in these as well. Yeah, it's a nice place to be, that. Ooh. I did consider one of these ages and ages ago. I think they were closer to like 15, 16 grand, but I think I'd just look a bit odd at my age in one of these. But for that price, it's quite tempting. I think that's going on the list. Fictitious list. Anything else in Jag? XKR. I shouldn't do, but I kind of want to. I mean, these are more sports cars, aren't they? Let's just kind of see what we can get for the money. I'm interested. 4.2 litre V8. It is quite enticing. It's not luxury though, in my opinion. It's a sports car. I'll do another video on that. I could end up being all day on this if we keep going. Jeep, Land Rover. Let's have a look at the Range Rovers. What can we get here? It's going to be L322s. What about the face? There's a facelift one there. Let's go. Ooh, there's a Westminster here. That's not a particularly nice version, is it? I'm quite tempted to put the mileage up so we can capture a few other decent options, but again, if they're going to be dailies, it's probably not the best idea. What can we get? Autobiography. That's got the wrong wheels on it. They've nicked those. The turbine one's off the L405. Should be on that one. There you go. Ridiculous spec level. How long has this been for sale? Oh dear. Honestly, if you do want if you can afford the insurance or you've got to work around with the insurance, you can get such deals on Range Rovers at the moment, which I guess most people watching this already know that. But yeah, if you want to buy one now would be my advice. Right, what can we actually get? Let's have a look at this one. It looks fairly nice. 4 owners, not too many. At least it's the facelift. Facelift? There we go, yeah. Thought I said that wrong. Full service history, last service. Not bad. Yeah, looks pretty decent. Let's have a little nibble at the photos. I think if you're looking at something like this, you've always got to accept that, it's going to have... It's not necessarily issues, it's going to have quite a lot of maintenance and upkeep. What is going on here? So just be mindful of that. I think also with the facelift ones, they were captured under the higher rate of tax, so I think they're at least 700 quid now. Yeah, 710. It's quite a chunky amount now, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, lovely car. I'd have one. I'd definitely look for one of those Westminsters. Sorry, just being nosy. I want to see if you can get any others for a bit more mileage. Hello, 2 more. Oh, that's cheap. 7,995, 120 odd K. Yeah, that is a nice option. What's the story with this one? 2 owners as well. Selling my father's... Oh, he's going to a care home. You've nicked his Range Rover. Yeah, that is very nice. Is it definitely a Westminster? It is. That's very nice. 2 keys. Got full service history. Bet it has with being 2 owners. That's not many at all. There isn't a full... It does look quite nice. I can't imagine that's going to be around for long. When was it listed? Oh, like a day ago. 2 days ago. Yeah, that'll be gone very quick. I mean, look, if you're interested in one of those, grab one of them. I think you've got potentially a bit of a bargain there. They do get me going, these things. I do really want one. I kind of want one. I live in quite a rural area. I kind of want one just for winter. I know that's a bit of a luxury, but yeah, just a nice, comfy, opulent thing to just waft around in over winter when it's nice and cold. Anyway, I've got very distracted there. Apologies. All right, let's go back to our parameters of 100k. So, is there anything else in Land Rover, actually? What about the Sport? I know they're very cheap, but I don't think Is that sorted by newest? I wonder what's the cheapest. I know I'm going off piste again. What's the cheapest? It's not the new one, is it? The one before that, the pre-facelift of the last gen. I know the Range Rovers, but I don't know the Range Rover Sports very well. That's the one. Oh my, that's so cheap. That's crazy. 2014, under 100,000 miles. Oh, and it's lost $4,000 since February alone. Well, not lost $4,000, they've knocked $4,000 off it. Is there anything wrong with that? A few marks on bodywork. Drives very well, own personal use car. Like I said, if you're after a Range Rover Sport, and you can deal with the insurance that's quite onerous at the moment, now is your chance. Get on it. Right, I've stopped being distracted now. Let's move on from Land Rover. Lexus. I feel like people look over Lexus. I'm not going to lie, I don't know a huge amount about them, but I imagine the LS is quite nice. This one looks pretty decent. Let's go for mileage again. Keep it low. Oh, wow. That's a colour choice and a half, isn't it? Yeah. Don't really have much more to say about that one. That's not really working. Let's go for newest again. Let's have a look at this. This one looks pretty decent. What was it 2012? That's a lot. It's a bit like an XJ in the length, isn't it? It's not bad. It just doesn't do it for me. Like, the interiors don't look. I think if you compare that to the 7 Series we were just looking at, this interior is quite old and haggard anyway. A cream interior kind of does that, but kind of reminds me of a Volvo from like the early 2000s. Yeah, but they're very reliable generally across the board, Lexus, and I'm sure the LS isn't too bad. But the infotainment looks. No, sorry. What else has Lexus got to offer? I don't want to get hated in the comments. IS. No. GS. I think it's the same again, just it doesn't really do it for me. Well, I'm being selfish here. It's my video. I'll pick what I want. Maserati. Can you get a Ghibli or Ghibli on here, whatever they're called? I've seen those way below 15,000. No, you can't. Looks like it's just the Quattroporte. I think buy these at your peril. Obviously, that's the newer shape, but they're just not worth a headache. Unless these things are kept up to date with service history to the absolute minute. I know so many people who've had them and they've just had nothing but problems. There's a reason they're so cheap. I'm surprised you can't see the Gran Turismos. I know they're about 15,000, so I'm sure they'll be heading that way soon. Avoid. No, thank you. Mercedes, this is probably going to be quite a few in here. Let's go straight to S-Class. What can we get? I always find S-Class, and S-Class is normally a lot higher value than the relevant sort of or comparative 7 Series and A8s. Just seems to work that way. I think they're quite favoured on that end a bit more. What have we got? Sorry, I'm getting really distracted. Like a kid in a candy shop when I go on AutoTrader. Like I said, it's my most used app on my iPhone. It's quite sad. Right, newest 81,000 miles. Sold but always wanted. Call me. Well, it's sold, so let's have a look at it. It looks pretty good nick. It always gives me like apprentice vibes, this car, or like sort of stockbroker. I feel like you can't really have these cars and sit in the front. I feel like you need a chauffeur. I don't know why. It's a bit of a stupid comment, but look, they're really well equipped. You're never going to be short of tech in these. Like I said, the flagship models of Merc, Audi, and BMW got everything a lot earlier than the rest of the models did. They normally start with those and then work their way down. And by the time the lowest model's done, they go back up to the top. So, yeah, you'll always get pretty decent up-to-date stuff with these. Yeah, it's nice. It's not bad. What was it price-wise? So it's 13,000 even just near the start of August. They obviously wanted rid. Yeah, knocked $3,000 off within a week. That's a good deal. Like I said, look at these this price tracker. It's really useful. Top tip for you. Yeah, I mean, there's not a huge amount on offer with the S-Class, is there? I think they're all very similar. Ooh, been done by the adverts again. Absolute scam. Right, what about CLS? I've been in a few of these and they are very, very nice. Hello. Whoa. That's ridiculous. There must be something wrong with that. Oh, they're all. That's very good. What year is this? 2014, so you're not going to be caught out by the high end of the tax side. Yeah, that is lovely. Let's have a little butchers. I think you stick a private reg on that. I don't think people are going to have any idea how old it is within reason. It looks very modern. Like that looks, yeah, that looks really good. How much was this again? 10 grand for what, 80,000 miles. It's got full service history. Again, the CLS it's pretty much the saloon version. Not saloon version, coupe, whatever you call it. Yeah, coupe version of the S-Class. Personally, I'd have one of these over the S-Class any day. Yeah, that's a good option. I think we'll add that to the list as well. I've forgotten what we added to the list before. I think it was a 7 Series. We're just going to end up with Merc and BMW, aren't we, as my top picks, which is a bit too obvious. Yeah, CLS looks decent. Yeah, it looks very good. That must be the facelift one. I'm not too up on my generation of Mercs, but yeah, that looks fairly decent. Part service history, I've just seen that. That's probably not the best, but I'm sure if you waited around, you'd get a decent deal, and that is from a dealer, from Khaki. Right, back to searching, just making sure there's nothing else in Merc. Let's have a quick look at the SL. No, sports car, sorry. If I've got rid of the XKR, I can't do this either, so again, we'll do another video. Porsche. Yeah, it's obviously going to be the Cayenne, isn't it? Let's start from lowest to highest. What have we got? We'll look at the Cayenne first. It's going to be Boxsters. Is that a 986? Yeah, we've got a 986 Boxster. You'll have 987s in there, I'm sure, as well. But yeah, sports cars. So we're not looking at those. It's a luxury brand, but it's not a luxury car. So sorry. First gen Cayennes here. Ooh, turbo. Yeah, I think a lot of these are now used for people who make overland builds from them. It's these and the Tuaregs, the first gen Tuaregs. People are sort of picking them up under $5,000 and working them that way. For me, they don't do it at all. I think the second generation one, which was around 2008 time, let's see if we can get one of those, is a good buy. But again, that's actually the second generation one. That's not even the one I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's the facelift, sorry. This is the facelift that came out in 2008 of the first gen, or around 2008, it might be 2007. That's the better looking one, but the tax is really high. Well, they're fairly good looking cars. I can't get on board with the pre-facelift one. I'm a big Porsche fan, but it doesn't do it for me. That looks pretty decent. Nice spec. Looks well maintained-ish. I don't know if the black Cayenne badge is standard. I don't think Porsche did do a black pack. Could be wrong. Let's have a look. Yeah, $8,000 doesn't seem too bad. I mean, it's obviously dropping again. I dropped it by about 800 quid. It seems a little bit steep, actually, the more I think about it. It is good nick. I think they're only going to go up, though. I don't think they'll go down again. It's just whether you want to daily that. I think if you're going to get one, just get the V8, have some fun, get the turbo, do it. But no, that is nice. I think there's again, private plate on that. Most people who aren't into cars won't have a clue how old it is. I think the back end gives it away a little bit, but the front end's quite not pretty. If it's not pretty, it's angry. But yeah, it's a good looking car. I think we'll maybe on the list that I've forgotten about. Renault, no. Subaru, no. Toyota. Do they have a Century in here? No. That's yeah. Anyway, I digress. Vauxhall, no. Volkswagen, no. Volvo, what do we have in here? Nah. Nothing, we'll leave it there. Well, I think we've got down to the bottom of the list. So, yeah. I think if you're going to have this as a daily and you need it to be reliable, you need it to not cost a lot when it comes to maintenance and just general taxing and stuff like that, I don't think you can do wrong with that 7 Series that we looked at. So let's just have a quick butchers again. Yeah, I'd go for the 7 Series, possibly just the diesel ones. Are there even any petrol ones available at this price? There's 12. I mean, there's obviously more diesels available. Yeah, get the 7 Series and M Sport is probably a good option. I think a road choice, I'm going to go with the facelift Range Rover, the L322 facelift. It's going to cost you a lot in tax, but private plate on that, you look like the man of born. It's a cool car. I think that's the one I'd pick, but it's not the one I'd recommend. It's the easiest way to say that. And then, yeah, I think I'd probably look at one of the Mercedes SLs. Yeah, they look, again, I think of all the cars here, that looks the most modern. Not the SL, sorry, the CLS. Yeah, I think that looks the most modern. 2014, it's going to be lower tax. You know, it's still a pretty decent car. Do they do petrol ones of these at this price range? I think I personally would get the petrol just to have a bit more of a throaty drive. Yeah, I think it's definitely on the list. So yeah, 7 Series, CLS. I don't know why I'm doing this. You can't even see my hand. Yeah, 7 Series, CLS, or the Range Rover facelift L322. I think that's what I'll go for. So there you go, guys. Bit of a different video today. I hope you enjoyed joining me on my little trip of Auto Trader. If you found it useful, or anyone ends up buying that Range Rover Westminster, do let me know. I'll be very, very jealous. If you want to see more videos like this, I can do different car types, different price ranges, whatever you want to see. Do let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.